Excellent. So, did you introduce yourself?
Good morning, all. My name is Al Bruce. I'm the captain of the Yukon Queen II, and I'm also the skipper of the Sea Scout Ship Propeller. The Sea Scout Ship Propeller is basically hosting the event where we take out the Seattle Seafair holiday cruise, and that's to take a group of anyway, kids who have some disadvantages. People have disadvantages for a holiday cruise on Lake Union. That's why we're aboard the Yukon Queen today.
Okay. And so cruise is going to be around Lake Union?
Right. We're going to go Lake Union. We're going to pick up our passengers at Mohi, which is the down at the south end of Lake Union. That's the Maritime Historical Society area. We'll be gathering our people there. We'll take them north to Lake Union, around the university, out to the cut, turn around, come back in, visit the Santa Claus ship, and then drop them back off at the dock.
Okay. A year ago, I met your granddaughter, Leslie.
Yes.
And I think she told me that she was either a fourth or fifth generation scout.
She's fifth generation.
Fifth generation scout. That makes you a third generation scout.
Correct.
Then.
Yep.
All right. How did you get started in scouting?
I fell off a tree. No, actually, my grandfather was my father's scoutmaster and Sea Scout master. My father started the Sea Scouting when he was in Astoria, Oregon, as a youth. He came up to the Seattle area and has been involved in the Maritimes, Foss launching tug, working for them forever. So I've been on and around boats for a long time. When I started Boy Scouting, Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, and then when I became old enough to be a Sea Scout, I switched over and became a Sea Scout. That was back in '57.
Okay. Do you have the Quartermaster Award?
I do have a Quartermaster.
Okay. Tell us what the Quartermaster Award is. A lot of people don't know what it is.
The Quartermaster is what some people will call the equivalency of an Eagle Scout. Most people know what an Eagle Scout is. The Quartermaster Award is given to youth who have earned a significant amount of awards, prestige, leadership training. Now, the Eagle is an individual award where the individuals will earn different skill levels, merit badges, service projects, etc. and so forth, but pretty much on an individual basis. And it's designed for youth that are in the 12 to 14-year-old, 15-year-old range. The Quartermaster is for youth who are above the 14-year-old, 14 to 20-year-old group. And it has a little bit of difference. A Quartermaster is a leadership and training award where the youth learn the skills as they go through the Sea Scout program. They learn all the skills necessary, and then as a Quartermaster they start teaching that. They start taking responsibility for the leadership. They do the training, the planning of everything, and they pretty much operate the program as a youth. And then they go from there, of course, into adult mentorships. So it's a pretty prestigious deal. Quartermaster also is recognized by the Navy and the Coast Guard for advanced placement in the service. Mm-hmm. They can get 2 pay grades advancements upon graduating from boot camp. It's also recognized at most of the maritime academies for advanced placement in their processes of application for enrollment. So it's a well-recognized accomplishment in the marine industry.
Fantastic. So what's kept you in Sea Scouts all these years?
That is a good question. It basically boils down to I like being able to present back to the kids and the groups of people I'm working with what I learned as I came through it, right? The rewards for leadership in the Sea Scouting program usually come about 10 to 15 years after the kids graduate from the class. Because they'll come out in the industry, they'll go out in the world, and they finally catch on to what's going on and come back to us and be our leaders and so forth, and explain to us and say, if it weren't for Sea Scouting, I wouldn't have. And so they have, the reward comes later. It's nothing right now. We watch the kids grow up and mentor them and send them on their way, and then they'll come back to us a long time later and they'll say, now I understand. And
Wow. So you've been around long enough to reap the rewards of that.
The rewards come later, but they are there. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you for what you do. So you used to be the captain of this boat professionally. Tell
That's
us
correct.
about that, and tell us about the boat a little bit.
Well, the boat was designed and built for the Alaska touring trade. It operated up on the Yukon River between Dawson City in the Yukon Territory, Canada, and a community called Eagle, Alaska on the Yukon River. That is about 1,400 miles up from the mouth of the river.
Okay.
And we carried passengers for Holland America Lines. It's owned by them. And they would be on a tour, and this was part of the components of the tour, where we'd provide transportation and historical documentation along the river of the Gold Rush route.
Oh, okay. So documenting the Gold Rush route.
Correct.
So what is the boat doing today?
Right now, it's for sale. You want to buy it?
Probably not.
Darn. Anyway, so the boat setting up is no longer in service on that particular function of their program. They have elected to discontinue that route for various internal reasons, and it is now being offered for sale down here on the international market.
Okay.
You guys are making money too.
Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Now we're back in focus. So when you're not sea scouting, what do you do?
I have various and sundry other responsibilities and jobs. I run a small marine electrical business.
Okay.
I work on other people's boats, working troubleshooting and designing and building electrical systems for commercial fishermen, commercial yachting, etc. So I've been doing that I think I started doing that about 1985.
Okay.
So that's my vocational business. I also am an instructor at the Seattle Maritime Academy. I teach diesel engines, hydraulics, I do electrical, system management, and that kind of stuff. So that's what I do for the college. It's part-time there. I'm also a deacon at our church, and I work in the community doing various and sundry other things.
Well, fantastic. Well, hopefully we'll get the word out about the cool, good turns that Sea Scouts are doing and helping young people with their development as they're growing up and being prepared for life. I think that's the goal of Sea Scouting and the mission of Scouting in general.
It is for sure. We have a unique opportunity in this country to provide a marine environment for youth. 1912, when Sea Scouting was formed, it was formed to provide a youth training program for the maritime industries. And so the youth coming out of the Sea Scouting as long as 1912 went into the industry to support the marine industry.
All right, fantastic. Well, I think we're about to get underway, so I'll let you get back to it. Thank
Great.
you,
Well, thank
Captain
you very much.
Bruce.
Talk to you later.